Hi, I'm Brian Bean with Dream Big Property Management here in Riverside, California. If you own a rental property or you're thinking about becoming a rental property investor, you've probably contemplated the question, should I hire a property manager or should I just manage it myself? It's a big decision. There's no one-size-fits-all answer. So let's walk through some of the pros and the cons of each path, plus discuss a third option that you might not even have thought about. Option 1, self-management. So self-management can work well if you live near the property, if you have extra time, and if you're willing to invest the effort to learn the business. The upside is you don't have to pay management fees, and those fees are usually based on the rent collected each month. You have total control to make your own decisions, including whom to lease to, which handyman to hire, what to charge for rent. And you get to build direct relationships with your residents and with your vendors. On the downside, people typically default to the 3 T's of rental homes: tenants, toilets, and trash. Though property management on some days is more challenging than others, typically it's really not that dramatic. Here's what you should expect, however, if you are self-managing. You wear every hat: leasing, management, operations, maintenance, accounting, admin, customer service, marketing, and most importantly, compliance. You absolutely must stay up to date on local, state, and federal laws that affect you, your rental property, your residents, and your ability to run your business. You're on call, nights, weekends, holidays. Problems arise after hours or on weekends because that's when your residents are home from work, and that's when they call. And it's on you to find, interview, and vet vendors for maintenance and repairs and to negotiate those costs yourself. Now, you're not totally alone if you choose to self-manage. There's many resources out there. There's many communities that are designed to help people in your situation. We would recommend the California Apartment Association. They give great legislative updates, and Bigger Pockets has forums where you can learn from other people who are doing what you're trying to learn. Now, hiring a property manager. Here are the pros. Property managers handle leasing, maintenance, accounting, marketing, legal compliance, resident communication. You spend your time on more important things than chasing down rent or trying to get a plumber out for a leak. Your property manager shields you from the many day-to-day issues that come up, reducing your stress. And they also help prevent costly mistakes such as fair housing violations or choosing the wrong tenants. Maintenance costs are often lower because property management companies typically get volume discounts from their vendors, and that saves you in the long run. Now, the downside of hiring a PM starts with the cost. You'll pay a monthly fee, usually based off the rent collected. Not all PMs are created equal. You can't just hire one because they have a current state license. You may have to research multiple companies, check references, and interview them to make sure that you understand what they do and what they do not do. We'll have a link in the description below with a list of questions that you can ask any property manager before you hire one. Also, you have less control over daily operations, which can be a tough psychological hurdle for some owners. Now, option 3, a hybrid management. Hybrid management is when you keep some tasks and you outsource others. For instance, you might handle leasing, but you hire help for maintenance. You might collect rent, but let someone else handle legal notices and inspections. Or you might hire a property manager for a concierge-like service for as-needed tasks such as annual inspections, leasing and tenant renewals, or preventive maintenance programs. This option is more flexible, but it fills the gaps where you need it most. So whether you self-manage, whether you hire a property manager, or whether you go hybrid, the goal is clarity. Know your strengths, acknowledge your limits, evaluate what your time is worth. Make use of resources like CAA, Bigger Pockets, or have conversations with other landlords, including us. If you have questions about anything we've talked about today, or you want to talk about different strategies, give me a call directly at 951 314-5402. No pressure, no pitch. I'm happy to help. You can also visit us at dreambigpm.com. Thanks for watching. To your success.